And you're listening to another episode of Degenerate School of Wizardry. I am one of three hosts. My name is Corey Shuba. Sitting across the table from me is Seth Sacco, and to my right, Matt Igizio.
What up, what up?
How are you guys doing today, huh?
Good, yeah. Pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's another episode. Fuck another week in the saddle. Back to you live.
Humid ass fucking day in Florida. Jesus.
Yeah, dude. It was pretty bad today. Like,
Gross.
extremely gross.
Yeah, that's why you cooled off by figure skating, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What?
He wants a beer.
The water.
Oh,
he wants water.
That's my water. Your water's way over here.
Oh.
Oh.
I'll get it for you though. I'm a nice guy.
Thanks, buddy.
So-
No problem.
This time next
No
week,
water.
I'll either we'll be on our way home, and I will either be wearing a medal of some sort,
Possibly a neck brace of some sort.
probably some kind of brace, but it'll be over by this time next week, so...
On your cycle, will you possibly be wearing a tampon? Because you have the world's biggest vagina.
No, I just stuff a t-shirt up there.
Oh,
There
yeah,
you go.
that works.
Yeah.
That's about right too. I mean, now that I think about it, t-shirt, yeah. Or one of those. You used one of those freeze-dried t-shirts. You know that you put in water to expand them. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, what?
You
I
ever
know.
seen that? It's
I
like
know
a
you
t-shirt.
know.
It's a t-shirt in a block about that big, right? Like a 2 by 2 inch square, and then you throw them in water and they expand.
I thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
What? Nuts.
That's what you use as a tampon, and then you pull it out, and then you put on a blood red shirt.
First of all, what purpose does it serve to freeze-dry a t-shirt into a small block?
For storage spaces, and they throw them into like vents, like
You're right.
sports events and shit.
I didn't know that I would be warehousing 5 million shirts. I've got just enough room for t-shirts in my closet.
What about all those dead babies?
Those dead babies are in my belly.
Oh,
Did you ever see that weird? Well, I mean, rehydrating stuff thing. That weird blob phase. Like it was like a diet thing. Like so, instead of getting like gastric bypass surgery and like them stapling your stomach smaller,
yeah.
there were these little pills you take, and they
And
turn
they-
into like they
Yeah.
expand like gel form and like fill up your stomach.
Yep.
So you'd eat less.
Now they have edible water. See that?
So you'd have
Edible water.
what is it, like a jelly?
Yeah.
Like
Really?
gelatin?
How's that work?
It works the same way. You know how they have the detergent in those little balls?
Mhm.
Well, there's a dissolvable edible thing that you mix with water.
Yeah.
And the thing naturally kind of goes to the outside of the water, and then the water's inside and the thing's outside.
How fucked up are we where we just can't drink some fucking water? We have to have
Yeah.
edible
Can't
water.
you-
Like, what
can't
the
you
fuck
fucking
kind of
do-
useless shit is this?
Can't you fucking dirtbags drink out of a hose like everybody else? Gotta make
That's
your
getting
fucking edible water.
ridiculous,
Yeah.
man.
You know what is
Fuck.
truly ridiculous and useless?
What?
Gigolo coin.
Oh, let's get right into it.
Just jump right
This is
into
the
it.
ass hat episode, and the ultimate ass hat in the universe is a juggalo.
Oh, these oh my god, dude!
Dude,
Like
what
ICP kids.
they actually make me angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fans of ICP, which is the Insane Clown Posse.
It's like no one else wants me. This is where we belong. Like literally, if no other club or interest or hobby will take you, you can be a juggalo.
And if you choose that route in life, you've accepted your place at the bottom of the feeding
Oh my
pool.
god, you're below gypsies.
You
like
definitely below gypsies.
Yeah, for
by
sure,
far.
for sure.
Gypsies
By,
are-
yeah.
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 No, definitely. Yeah.
yeah.
Better than the gypsies.
They are intentionally fucking retarded, and it's like the more the least educated that you are, and the more fucking ass hattery
Yeah.
Spencer's wear you fucking adorn yourself with throughout your day, the better. And
Right,
and
these
like
are-
you can become like a Captain Juggalo by basically painting your face of some sort of ridiculous clown with Down syndrome, and then just being the worst human being alive.
You know who every time I see a guy with that '90s style, like it's long on top and shaved all the way around and into a ponytail,
Mhm.
and like one earring with a ball, and sometimes I'll have like those Dr. Seuss hats.
Mm-hmm.
And be wearing jinkos. I'm like
Juggalo.
juggalo.
Big
Juggalo.
old, big old white
Yeah.
plastic.
Guess who doesn't have a bank account?
Well, it's a good thing that they don't have a bank account because now they can invest all of their fucking money in
Into
Jugga
Coin.
Coin.
Oh my
So it's a new cryptic internet money, like just like Bitcoin, but it's Jugga Coin.
How many Jugga
What?
coins does it cost to buy anything?
I
This is like German money after World War One. Like they have to measure it by volume.
What accepts
Sucks.
Jugga Coin as a currency?
People who
what
sell
website?
Dude, this is
Is
like
it only
ICP attire. You can use the coins at the gathering of the Juggalos.
yeah, you know where you can't use it anywhere else.
No, let me tell you.
Nowhere else on earth.
If someone came to me and they were like, "Hey, where can we set off this dirty bomb?" I would say at the gathering.
Yeah, that-
Because the sooner we eliminate these people from the gene
Yeah.
pool, the better off the
Yeah.
human society will be.
you know, who's not going to have a Holocaust museum? The
The
Juggalos.
yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck. Jews are like, burn them.
Anytime I see a Juggalo or the Hatchet Man thing on the back of someone's car,
God, that thing.
I want to write to my local congressman and have their driver's license
and
revoked
it's like a,
because they're not smart enough to be behind the wheel.
and it's a metal gray Buick.
Oh yeah,
with
always,
the fucking
always,
that rag top that's just like been eaten.
By rats
Yeah,
that they
by rats.
keep because they're rat people.
Until they found out that it was a Juggalo's car, they spit it back out.
Yeah,
And they're
exactly.
Like, I'm gonna crawl inside of a dead body.
Juggalo went to my high school. He had a minivan.
Oh my
With,
god! Can you imagine how many shitty Juggalos he fit in that?
Should I look?
he had a-
Should I look up that Juggalo music video?
He had a
Miracles.
system.
Oh,
He had a
please don't. It
system
fucking
in
hurts
his
my ears.
minivan, and he had all the stickers for every ICP album, like on every Windows. Yeah, oh yeah. It was like a Dodge.
Now,
Minivan or some shit.
let's go over some things here. You have to go to one of these events.
I'm not.
Have you?
No.
You've been?
I'm asking. You have to pick one of these three.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about gathering.
You have to be stranded alone in the desert.
Done.
No water, no supplies. You have to survive on your own.
Can't wait to be dead.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna take one.
A fish concert
No.
or the gathering. You taking your-
Definitely the fucking desert, and I'm gonna try to eat as much sand as I can so I die faster.
I don't want to die.
I'm gonna fucking swallow a cactus.
Fucking hate juggalos.
You know what?
I guess I'd go to the fish concert. At least I'd get some kind of like cheese sandwich.
Dude, can you
some
imagine
poor hippie in the
how
fucking parking lot.
smelly the box in that place would be?
It'd be
Big,
quite fragrant.
smelly,
Yes, lots of
awful,
patchouli.
hairy box. Yeah.
Patchouli, dirty
Enough
feet.
wool to fucking
Mhm.
weave an AIDS sweater.
Oh yeah, stinky dreadlocks. Gross.
Oh my god.
Gross.
But not as bad as Juggalos. Now, if I had a choice between fish, like a fish concert and a gathering of the Juggalos, I'd go to a fish concert all fucking.
What about a believer concert
No, you're not allowed in unless you're like.
or
You
a
have to
believer conference?
You're
a
like a
fucking
12-year-old
teeny
girl.
bopper, yeah.
I'm gonna play this music video for you guys.
Can we
What
just
is it?
have like 10 seconds of it?
It's just the worst thing ever.
Awesome.
Come
Can I
on.
take my fucking headphones out?
No, you gotta experience it, man.
First of all, please tell me that you guys don't have money.
Yeah.
I want them to be poor.
Yeah, someone look up their celebrity net worth.
Ugh.
Oh, it's all the way over there.
Oh.
We have a theory about magic and miracles. Hey, guess what? Magic's not the only thing we've ever known, you assholes. It's called science, you dickbags.
Oh.
What the fuck's their name?
It's not a,
Huh?
Who am I looking up?
ICP.
Oh, ICP's net worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything chilling underneath the
yeah,
water.
that's a miracle.
That's a miracle. It's called biology. You fucking tards.
Oh. So loud. So awful. Oh, God.
This is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
A UFO river flows.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I think we've gotten enough. We get the gist. This is terrible.
Miracle. A rainbow after it rains.
Like that's not
That's
a miracle. That's just like nature. That's what
it's
it does.
science. It's
Yeah.
the way light travels through water.
Uh-huh.
A prism, if you will. Can you recognize miracles? It's just there in the air. Fuck
This-
you.
Yeah.
This
It won't blow your fucking mind if
This
you're
shit's
educated, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, that pisses me off so much. Like, yo, if you think about it, dog, it'll blow your mind.
If everything
No,
you
it
don't know
won't.
is a miracle, you have to be fucking retarded.
That's how the song starts off.
Yeah.
Everything we know is magic.
That-
No!
No, it's not.
And
that-
guess
that
what?
song-
Magic isn't real.
that
Yeah.
song's in line with
No.
Alanis Morissette's "Ironic," like where it's
Nothing
just-
is
Nothing
none
is
of it's
ironic.
ironic.
Nothing's a
It's
miracle
fucking
in that.
incidental.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh,
the thing.
man.
You know
That made
when
my
everyone
fucking brain hurt.
when people thought everything was magic, like 5,000 years ago, when they had no explanation for how things work.
They're worth $15 million.
Oh
Ugh.
my god, what a slap in the dick.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
that-
they did the wrestling thing too, so they pull from that,
Oh, they have to.
from that crowd.
There's plenty of
Backyard
fucking
wrestling.
fans
Some
out there
wrestling.
that are
Oh yeah.
juggalo material.
I think anyone who gets into backyard wrestling, and I used to do that as a little kid, but that's when I was like watching wrestling as a
Yeah.
little kid.
Yeah.
These juggalos, they're like in their 30s and they're walking around. And you know what the really fucked up thing is? The girls who are juggalettes,
Oh
Juggle
my
that.
god.
they're like, the more slutty you are in that culture, the cooler you are.
Of course.
Like, so the gathering is a big orgy of people with substantially low IQs.
And
That's danger. That's
This is-
dangerous to society as a
Dude.
whole.
this is like when I guess Tila Tequila, who deserves
I
to
forgot
be a
about her.
fucking
Holy
juggalo,
She changed her name to
should be fucking
Tila.
gaping baby box.
It's
shit.
it's something about MILF.
Because she's been
Tila
fucking
banging
she's been
mommy or
stripped
something.
out, man. The fucking threads have been stripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her labor just consisted of her walking in, holding the baby, because as soon as she got out of the car, it just fell
The
out.
fucking baby fell out like Tom Cruise in
Yeah.
Mission Impossible, just stopped inches before the fucking floor.
And unfortunately, the baby was still in the embryonic sac. Like,
Yeah.
it just all in one lump fell
Yeah.
out of her. And,
it already had highlights in its hair. And it was wearing stripper heels.
So how much were they worth? 15
Well,
million?
hey, let me-
15 million. Man.
And
15
she
million.
went to the show and like they were booing her so bad, so she took her top off to like get them to calm down.
And then they
And
threw
they
her in
threw
the,
shit at her.
Yeah.
Like they
Aw.
shit in her hands and they threw shit at her.
because they're fucking beasts.
Dude, even apes are like, man, we stopped doing that like 300 years ago.
And what
I'm
what
looking
are,
up Tila Tequila now.
what
She's,
what are their what are those
shit,
motherfuckers?
we're shit.
What are their names? Is Violent J and
Shaggy Two Dope.
Oh my
Shaggy Two Dope. I actually own an ICP movie.
mhm.
I got
No.
that. I got
Is it
that.
the cowboy
Check it
Robert
out.
one?
Check it out. I won that in the divorce.
Did
So-
you? Did
you,
you
saw-
you did good.
Yeah.
You did
but
good,
no,
young
there's a drinking game that goes along with it.
Yeah, it's
'Cause-
called Put a Fucking Loaded Gun in Your
No,
Mouth.
every time they say motherfucker, you have to drink, and you basically burn through a case of beer by yourself
Oh.
in one sitting in that movie.
You know what would be more entertaining to listen to than ICP? Are women trying to sing while having an orgasm.
I saw
you
this.
saw this?
Yes.
Have you seen this?
That was pretty sweet.
I've heard about it.
Seth looks very
Yeah.
disappointed
Yeah.
at this point in the
Yeah.
show already.
Dude, Tequila's only worth like 1.5 million.
That's a
That's-
crime against humanity in itself. She should be worth negative $5.
Exactly. She shouldn't have a fucking overdraw fee in her account.
What the hell was that show she was on? What was her big break into?
She was like she was bisexual and she wanted to marry either a man or a woman.
Yeah, it was a dating show, but
Yeah.
oh no, she was a MySpace chick, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
she was
what it
she's been in Playboy. I think that's
Oh,
her
yeah?
like, which I mean, why I don't know, because she's
Yeah.
fucking gross.
All right, so these are women trying to sing while having an orgasm.
This is by the way, this is the novelty show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going from ICP. We might as well get to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like Hubert having an orgasm. Are they sitting on a Sibian? How's this working?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those things are actually coming down in price. When I used to sell them, they were like $2,800 each. But I think you can get a Sibian now for like $999.
I want one that I can just lay backwards on and like it'll massage my back. That's what I want. With a dildo fixture.
Yeah. I bet.
Hey, I got knots in my back, and I could use a dildo massage.
All right.
Yeah.
It'll probably feel pretty good. Big old floppy cock.
You know what I
fucking
like about the
massage
Sibian?
fucking knots out of your
Is it does just go to show you that the female orgasm is uncontrollable, and no matter how hard they fight it off, you can't fight it off on a Sibian. It's your body just flips on that automatic switch, and it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have fucking in-store demos.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, bitch, let's get to it.
Fast forward.
Yeah. By the way, that we don't own any of this.
Any of this
material.
content.
Yeah, this is
It's
not
on
ours.
Gizmodo.
It's from Gizmodo,
Yeah.
Yep.
and
For everyone at home who's bored to tears, because you're not actually giving a woman an orgasm, just remember, there's a place you can go to be among equals. There's a gathering somewhere. You can paint your face, throw shit at a topless woman,
Mm-hmm.
and talk about jug a coin.
Chug a coin.
These women are not having a very easy time singing. They just give up.
I don't understand the point.
I don't know. Girls on trampolines. Same kind of thing. See what happens. Boobs bounce.
But like the best, that's the thing. Is the best part is that like
They should.
this is all, like an
Well,
audio experience for most
right.
people, and she was the only one with a computer watching chicks.
Get off.
Yeah, and I'm over here like, I got Matt to look at, and that's that's
I'm
better
wearing-
than nothing.
I'm wearing my sexy Captain America.
Yes,
shirt
you are.
over here.
Oh,
Winter Soldier.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Anyways.
Could you imagine like if they did the guy version of that, like guys trying to sing while having an orgasm?
Mm.
that would be
That'd
like
be the shortest video
Yeah.
ever.
I would just walk off camera and be like, I am done.
Would you ever walk in front of the camera?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some. If you are in, well, I'm not going to lead anyone to YouTube. Don't watch. Like, don't type my name into YouTube.
All right, I won't.
Everywhere at home.
Everyone at home.
Did you guys see that great white attack that little inflatable boat?
No,
Like
but
they were chumming the water and shit.
stay the
and
fuck out of the
getting-
water,
Getting
people.
fish. Like they were just trying
Yeah.
to take video of fish, and this great white comes up and just starts fucking eating the shit out of their boat. Deflates one whole pontoon on the side.
It's one of those moments
Fucking
where you.
terrifying.
That's one of the moments where you shit your pants instantly. Like, and it's not because you're scared. It's that your body doesn't know how to react.
Mhm.
So it releases all your bodily fluids, and you throw
No,
up
that's
shit.
a defense mechanism for
Well-
like you want to be light, so your body gets rid of everything. It's all weighing you down.
Oh, really?
For me, there's like 50 pounds of shit.
The
So like you're,
John Wayne Duke belly.
Yeah, exactly.
You're saying like stay out of the ocean. Like I go in the ocean. I'll surf.
You shouldn't.
I'll surf. No, I know. Like I'll surf. I'll swim in open water.
Mhm.
You know, whatever. I just keep my eyes open, and I'm aware.
Right,
Like
so
it's a
you can
huge.
see
It's a
yourself going
huge
down his
risk,
throat,
and
yeah.
I understand it. But like I'll do it. But even when I mention to people that I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm aware of it. And yeah, I'm kind of uncomfortable,
Yeah.
which makes sense because I mean, you know, you're out of your fucking element.
If only seals had eyes.
Yeah.
And I got news for you.
But, like-
Seals are super athletic.
People always call me a bitch about, oh, you're scared of the ocean. You're scared.
I
It's
am.
like, fuck yeah, I am, man.
Because
Like,
they just like they're getting pings from this great white that they marked,
Mhm.
and it's off the coast. I can't remember which coast it is in Florida.
Yeah.
Like oh, it's back.
Daytona.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
so
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody was talking about
You know
that.
how
They-
much damage a fucking 14-foot great white can do?
a lot.
It's just
Ton.
one bite, you're dead.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And-
in Australia, they have a Twitter feed for it. They tag all these sharks.
Yeah, our shark
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
our coast
And
has
you
a
can-
Twitter feed too.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's,
Mhm.
I'm gonna fucking bite your face off.
It's Catherine. The name of the shark's Catherine.
Stay out of the water today, bitch.
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
name it something more scary than Catherine?
Dun.
You know, they say the biggest great whites in the world are off this little island in California coastal waters.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they're fucking massive.
What's over there? There are a lot of
There's an island with a bunch
seal
of seals.
populations?
Yeah.
That'll do it.
The cool thing about tracking these great whites, we're learning that they don't stay in one place. They're
No.
continuously moving. Their travel pattern is consistent, but at any given time, it's not like they're just lurking off the coast.
Right.
You know, like the movie Jaws would lead you to believe,
Yeah.
where there was like an attack, and then another attack, and then another attack. They're constantly moving. They're like they have somewhere to go or some shit. But
That's
Is
just
this
crazy,
true,
man.
marine biologist? Don't nod your head.
That would be such an odd existence.
Huh?
Never be able to stop moving.
does
That was a
Keep
that was a
going.
nothing
Keep
of an
going.
argument to
Keep
start.
going.
that
It'd be so weird.
All right, let me switch topics here.
Let me ask you this:
All right, go ahead.
Are great white or killer whales juggalos of the sea?
No,
Because they look like juggalos.
it's funny, but no. Killer whales, I love watching documentaries,
They're
watching them
fucking rad.
hunt
Yeah.
because they're super intelligent, and that pod hunting technique that they use is incredible. A seal could be out there on a fucking iceberg and like get out of the water to protect itself, and they can charge the iceberg like 4 abreast, and then they stop and they create this little mini wave, and the wave rocks the iceberg forward and throws the seal off, and there's another motherfucker on the other side waiting. Like, oh, come to Papa, bitch.
Right in
like-
the mouth, yeah.
I like how they smack them around,
Yeah, yeah.
terrorize them and shit. But
Dolphins in South Carolina and the Salt Flats do that too. They'll race next to each other and create a wave and like wash fish up on the thing, and they'll just beach themselves and eat.
Yeah. It's super intelligent.
Except that they're still eating fish. If you're that fucking smart, get out and get something to like eat that tastes good.
And the other great
Gross.
thing about killer whales is the fact that they communicate through sonar echoing, and they're like clicks and like that's all the way. That's how they
That's
talk
pretty
to
good.
each other, and it's like to me it's super impressive. And like people are always like, oh, they're just a fucking whale, dude. They have a level of communication.
Well, they're not even whales. They're just. I think they're dolphins or porpoises
Are they?
or something.
What
Larger
is it?
dolphin.
You know, it's a dolphin.
Oh, she's a marine biologist over
Yeah.
there. What is it?
They're large dolphins.
Large dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dolphins, fucking rapists. Those
Yeah.
raping ass.
Dude, everything in nature rapes something.
Mm-hmm.
Showing down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how odd. Like I want to talk about that constantly moving. Like are they like sharks? You know how they have to keep moving.
Mhm.
Like, are they conscious of that? Like do they know? Like are they
No,
just
sharks are
constantly?
dumb as shit. Like they don't know anything.
I mean, they have a really small brain. Yeah.
They have a
so-
tiny brain, and I think that's why they have one specific pattern
Yeah.
that they follow. It's just carved into their memory.
Oh,
But yeah, they
consciousness.
have to continuously move, and
What's a temperature thing, right? Don't they just follow the current? Like
It's something to do with electromagnetic pulses, right? Like
They're
yeah.
anti-light
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Hell yeah.
and they were actually studying the shark's skin at like a microscopic
Oh.
level. Their skin is comprised of the same thing that their teeth are made of, and like if you look underneath a microscope, their skin actually looks just like teeth.
They're called dermodenticles.
Denticles, bam.
Dermodenticles.
you know, here's another fun fact for you. I think in the last Olympics they had swimsuits that were actually designed just like shark skin
Oh,
because
yeah.
they swim so fast through the water, so
Mhm.
they just I guess they replicated shark skin for their wetsuits.
Was that legal?
Yeah, I mean,
Let's see
I don't think you could have like a butt propeller
Right.
like sharks do.
Well, you could just put in
Stick a fucking personal fan in your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
you just take a jet
Take
ski
you on,
motor,
Phelps.
like the jet motor from a jet ski, and anal plug that shit
Yeah,
right into your butt.
exactly.
I think from the stream of bubbles flying out of your ass, they might.
What?
might
Here's
catch
the
on.
thing for me. Olympic swimming from now on, you have to have a mermaid bottom
Why?
because it's the only way to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Swimming is fucking boring. I'm sorry. I don't.
What
wanna
if
watch
you
that
could only
shit.
be propelled by flatulence?
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
You're gonna take an already boring sport. Listen, I do get Olympic fever, and I want our guys to
don't.
win gold because I'm fucking stupid. But you're gonna take flippers or mermaid costumes and put them on humans,
Yeah.
and you're gonna turn it into like the greatest event ever for an 8-year-old Girl Scout.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the air.
I got
yeah,
news for you. Who's
Little
watching
Mermaid
the
races.
Olympics? 8-year-old girls and their fat moms.
Mhm.
That's it.
Well.
And Corey Schuber.
And me
Clearly.
too. I like the Olympics.
Summer and winter, or which one do you
Winter.
prefer?
I prefer the winter.
Yeah.
Because yeah, and I love curling.
Yeah.
Curling, yeah. For
Yeah.
some reason, I dig curling as
I
well.
love it.
And I enjoy the luge as well. That shit is fucking intense.
Yeah.
And I would love to do that.
I
Kill
think
myself.
I
but
think
would
the
love to
whole
do it.
change of the uniform for the long jump is cheating because
They
they
should-
just essentially have wingsuits now.
Well, they should call the luge
Oh, that'd be sweet.
No, that they
10
do.
seconds of running, and then the thing does the rest of the work.
Yeah, that's pretty much
really
what it
the
is.
gold. Like gravity gets gold medal like every year, so it's boring.
They say that the race is won and lost in the first 10 feet of the sled pushing off.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that the people do.
Right. And then it's just the driver. Now that's got to be like the easiest way to win a gold
The
medal.
driver, the guy in front, what's he doing?
Well, he does drive the sled.
There's no fucking
Controls
steering
the-
wheel.
Yeah, there
like-
is.
it's like a
There-
runner sled. It's got that
two
little-
ropes, and
Yeah.
well, now it's way more advanced, but
What, they added another rope?
it is. I mean, these sleds are advanced. I mean, the fucking they were made by the Mercedes company this last time around. They put that much technology into it.
So if they didn't have the ropes, what would happen? The same exact thing?
No, because
Case closed.
no, that's not true. Because that sled, if it's not steered properly, and you were just to let it go in a straight
What,
line,
it'll fly to fucking space?
no, it'll flip over. It'll roll.
Yeah.
They do drive the sleds.
Good.
They keep it on the apexes
Fucking-
of the turn.
Something interesting has to happen.
Well,
Right.
yeah, but they're not going to just go by themselves.
Of course they will. If you
They
how about
will.
this?
They flip over if they're not steered properly. They roll over, and
And-
that happens
but
to the
it'll
Canadian
keep-
team.
It's not like it's gonna flip over and then just stop.
Yeah,
No,
they slow down.
No, everything will just keep going.
The last time a sled flipped in this past Winter Olympics, it was the Canadian team.
Did they get stuck in the air?
No, it eventually stopped because it wasn't on its track. It slid and it stopped.
Right. It
Yeah.
might just like sideways on the track, just drag its head
But you,
on
but
the
you
ice.
realize like if you just get in
Sucks.
it and like sit and it goes like it'll just.
No, it'll flip.
That's
man,
not true.
When it starts going. There was a ride at.
Let me tell you what,
There
though.
was a ride at Six Flags Great America up in Gurnee, Illinois. It was
Mhm.
called Rolling Thunder, and it was a toboggan,
Yeah.
bobsled style ride. Fucking like 8 people died on it.
Yeah,
'cause
of
it
course.
flipped like all the time. Eventually, I don't know how many accidents it took before they fucking tore the thing
I'll tell
down.
you, the gayest Olympic sport in winter or summer combined, both sports and all of the categories, the dual skeleton race
What the fuck is that?
is by far
What the fuck is that?
I've never even heard of it.
the
yeah.
paired skeleton race.
What's a paired skeleton? race?
Okay, basically one
Explain.
dude in like a complete leotard, okay, like wind resistant leotard,
That sounds
lays
awesome.
down on the sled,
Oh,
ass first,
Oh yeah.
cock up,
Sweet.
and another dude lays down on top of him, ass down, cock up, and they go down like a sandwich. Have you guys not seen that?
Someone in Europe
I've-
did this.
Dude, they made
I have a vague recollection of it.
I
but
don't.
oh my.
That's all.
no. It's literally
Is
looks
it-
like they're fucking each
Is
other.
it still going? Like, is it still part of the Olympics? Like,
Yeah,
do they wanna
they're
watch
actually
It
still
is.
there.
yeah. They don't ever leave.
No, it's just two dudes laying on each other.
I mean, like now. Is it still going? Is it still an Olympic event?
Fuck yeah, it is. They
Oh hell yeah! Watch
that-
that shit on.
they,
fucking year.
they made that
Keep
Good
'em
Morning
back.
America crew, whatever, Al Roker and the other fuckhead that's on that, do that event, and they did it.
What?
It
Wow.
was a bit much. But yeah, just two dudes on a sled, other guy pinching down on the other guy's junk with his butt cheeks to keep him on the sled.
It's like, sure, it gets you to the Olympics, but then you got to explain to people what you do. What?
Can you imagine just being? I mean, the guy on the bottom of the sled is the one who steers the sled with his legs.
Whoever made up that sport is a definite asshole.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like
You know what would make this harder? The skeleton race.
that was just some.
You over here, this guy, the big guy, come over here and lay on top of my crotch.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That was just some in the closet dude, just tricking other dumb
Oh.
motherfuckers into it, or other in the closet guys.
The Winter Olympics
That's
should just be
fantastic.
the Summer Olympics in snow. That's what I think.
That'd be
I don't need 10 variations of people on skis.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah, that shit's boring as hell. The cross country skiing,
Like, yeah.
super boring.
Yeah, it is. I mean, people that are into cross country skiing are the same people that are into like watching marathons
Yeah.
and or like
or any
cycling.
endurance thing where
Yeah.
you like, yeah, fuck that.
And it's like not even exciting. Like they'll do these cross country skis that take like 2 hours to complete, and like the only thing that's exciting is the last 30 seconds. You know, when there's only like 4 guys left of like the 100 that started the race,
Yeah.
and they're all like fighting to get to the. That's the only thing you need to watch.
I would do that, and then 10 minutes into it, I'd be like, fuck this, fuck you guys, fuck the snow.
Fuck you,
winter,
fuck you,
yeah.
fuck you. You're cool.
It's like,
Uh,
exactly.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go.
I
watch
would
Eat
do
Coco.
a handstand in my skis
Coco.
and spin around fast enough to helicopter the fuck out of there. That's what I would do.
That's like snowboarding. I'm completely bored with snowboarding now. Like in the Olympics.
It's like, okay,
I-
I get it. They can
I
twist
don't-
around.
Yeah,
Big
yeah. I don't
fucking
feel there's
deal.
any more progression in that sport, really. I mean, aside from I'd say from like freestyle, like where you're actually going down mountains and
Right.
things like that, incorporating wingsuits, yes. But as far as the Olympics go, like just the standard like trick style, like whatever they call it, slope style, and
Yeah.
the half pipe. It's basically just people spin around one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's odd that something that used to be so cool watching the X Games,
Because it was
Right.
novel at
and
the
then
time.
yeah, I guess, and then now that it's mainstream, it's just like
Even if it
Well, I
wasn't,
didn't
like,
even know it's that. Like I said, it's just I don't
live,
know, man.
live through one winter and then all of a sudden you see people in snow, you're like, what the fuck is wrong?
Did you guys see the freestyle downhill skiing or skating this Winter Olympics? It was
No, I didn't watch. I'm proud to say, not a fucking lick.
All I watched.
Okay.
of Olympic
So
winter.
what it was these guys, and it was a downhill race, and the course mimicked a luge course. It was all ice. There were jumps and like hairpin turns and shit, and these guys were racing in full hockey gear and hockey skates.
No shit.
And it was like 5 at a time went down the hill, and there's jumps just like motocross and shit. And there you could grab and check on your way down the hill. It was fucking
Sweet.
really interesting to
See,
watch.
that sounds
It was
badass.
badass.
I think that
roller derby on us.
Yeah, that was what it was.
Downhill. Fuck
you
yeah.
get one skate, 2 shoes. Yeah, 2 shoes are joined, but with one skate at the bottom, and you get like 2 of the what do you call those?
Ski poles.
Ski poles. 1 skate, 2 ski poles.
So one blade, 2 feet.
Yeah.
I
So your
gotcha.
feet are kind of like
I
you
gotcha.
put your both feet in, and it's
Uh-huh.
got 1 skate, and you have to chop each other's heads off.
I knew it was gonna go there. Somewhere along the line, it had to turn extremely violent. It was on the way.
Well, that should happen, man. I always say that with football. Like football, they need to incorporate weapons.
Yeah.
Like have it like Mutant League, like old school Sega Genesis Mutant League.
Or
football.
just make it like rugby and make them play without pads.
Yeah.
It's not going to get more violent.
Well,
it's gonna
that'll
get more
take that'll get less violent. Like if you take off the pads and shit.
Yeah.
It won't hit as
We're going to
hard
be playing
as
with those
that.
fucking
That's a big
hamster
argument
balls
for that.
soon.
What?
Oh, did you see that? The hamster ball soccer?
No.
No.
Like people, they have the inflatable balls.
Okay.
But the big clear
Yeah.
hamster balls, and you just play soccer and there's full checking. It's indoor.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it's fucking incredible. There's
That's
a video
kinda like
on YouTube.
the
It's awesome.
American
It's so bad.
Gladiators. Remember, they used to have that thing where you would like
The steel
roll
ball.
around and you'd have to like, I don't know, would you slip? Like you were either
You
trying
had to get over. You had to get in those little pods and,
Yeah.
and stay in there for,
and
for a
then
second.
the smoke would
Yep,
come up.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you'd be slamming into each other.
My idea to make sports more entertaining is not changing the rules or the dynamic of the sport or the way it's played. Just have an open league that allows steroid use.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the NFL with human growth hormone, and then have a baseball league with human growth hormone and hockey with human growth hormone,
Yeah.
and just allow people to get as big as they want
Yep.
and get as good as they want at the sport, and they don't ever have to worry about being busted for using illegal substances to get bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
And watch how exciting that shit would be.
For all
That'd be
you
crazy.
sanctimonious fucks out there who think baseball is a national pastime,
It's not.
the only thing that saved your shitty sport was steroids,
Mhm.
and now you're going after the very people who make it possible for you to have a living.
They were martyrs
Good job.
because he's right. Major League Baseball was on its way out.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah,
done.
yeah.
Attendance was down. No one was watching it on television.
Right.
No one gave a fuck.
Nope.
And then you have
Was it Mark McGuire and Sammy
Yeah.
Soda?
Sosa.
Yeah.
two
That's
people.
what I thought it was Sammy Soda, so that's why I watched.
Something that's very important to remember: both players were in the twilight of their careers.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
They're on the way out. They
Oh.
have 1 or 2 seasons left in them, and the next thing you know, Mark McGuire comes out, and he is bigger
Yeah.
than a fucking.
Wasn't it
Mac
Barry,
truck.
Jerry
Jacked.
Bonds too?
Yeah, he's
Wasn't he
jacked.
part of that whole thing?
Well, I think he came
was
like
post.
a season or
He
two
was post.
afterwards.
See,
yeah.
he was post all of that.
Yeah.
He saw what they accomplished.
Mhm.
He got on board on the program, and then
Yeah.
went on his own run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing with sports enhancing drugs and why I think they should be legal.
Because science is cool.
Not just that. You can get as big as you want. You're still going to need the natural talent to hit the ball.
100%.
Yeah.
You're still going to need the natural talent it takes to play at that level, to play the position that you're playing, and to hit a 90-mile-an-hour sinking fastball. No matter how much human growth hormone you take, that's
Right.
not going to make your reflexes or your ability to read that pitch any better.
Nope.
So they still had the ability. They were just strong enough to put the ball out of the park. and it's what brought people back to the
Well,
sport.
not only that, it's like they had the experience, but then their bodies were failing. So now, like, it's like they're young again, and now
Right.
they have all this experience.
Right,
Well,
and it was
so-
incredible to watch.
And I mean, at what
Which
point,
is-
with genetic engineering and stuff, like where people are just going to be
Well,
engineered to be
Well,
super
that I
strong
mean,
and
once
awesome
once we
anyway,
get to
so-
that point where, um, you know, genetic engineering becomes a common practice with human beings, we're not going to have professional sports the way it is today
Right.
because everyone will have that ability. Everyone, it'll be a world, and that's something that's really interesting to think about because. Whenever we see sci-fi movies of the future, there's no mass gatherings of sports events.
No.
No, there's never anything that has to do with sports because we'll all be that perfect specimen. So why would you go to watch a sporting event when you could get out there and do it better, or
Well,
just
here's-
as good? I wouldn't be into that.
I'm
Well-
really like racking my brain trying to think of a movie that has like futuristic sport. Like,
The only one I can really think of off the top of my head is Starship Troopers.
yeah,
They play
yeah.
football, but
Yeah.
What was that one with LL Cool J? It's like Thunderball or something.
Well,
Something like
here's,
that, yeah.
here's what I wanted to say about, like, we're almost pretty much at the verge of superhuman, like, athleticism. There's for those of you who don't watch Strongman, there's this guy, and it's most likely, and obviously since we don't have an empirical database of the strongest people ever, he's the strongest man in history, in all of human history.
Okay.
And he's competing right now. His name is Degenerate,
Okay.
and he's a
I've seen him.
fucking beast.
Where's he from?
He's from Lithuania, and in the last Arnold Strongman Classic, he deadlifted 1,150 pounds.
Jesus.
And they have this yoke walk, and it's been the heaviest yoke in all of competition history. I think it was 1,500 or 1,400 pounds, and he covered 15 feet in like 7 seconds.
Jesus.
Which is like with 1,400 pounds on your back, that is hauling
That's
ass.
incredible.
And to me, I'm like, these guys are getting like almost strong to the point where like leverage doesn't work anymore. Like you can't make the body stronger.
No.
But I want to see what's going to happen with genetic engineering. What is it going to be? Is it where the muscles are attached?
Well, here's the problem. Here's the thing that you got to be concerned about with genetic engineering, making the human bigger, faster, and stronger. The reason that we are where we at today in the evolutionary cycle has a lot to do with our surrounding environment too.
Well, it's energy acquisition.
That too. It's the amount of oxygen that's in the breathable air and our natural surroundings.
Mhm.
The reason that dinosaurs got so big, and insects at that time, and armadillos were the size of fucking Volkswagen Beetles, is because there was a surplus of oxygen
Mhm.
in the atmosphere at the time. So things could get that big because
Right.
they had the oxygen to
Yeah.
supply a machine of that size, and it doesn't exist today.
Well, I think that was the I can't believe it's the Cretaceous period. The Cambrian explosion is what that was called.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, what would it take to unlock like the chimp like primal DNA?
Well,
strength?
that is
like
well,
that's kind of in our
well,
DNA already.
Strength is where the muscles are attached
Uh-huh.
typically.
Yeah.
And especially like in other great apes,
Mhm.
they have like their muscles weave in and out of bone differently,
Okay.
and that creates more leverage. Orangutans especially have this collarbone that swivels with their shoulder,
Yeah.
and they generate incredible power. I was watching Orangutan Island, and there was in this one scene they showed, orangutan was like just in the middle of the river trying to use a log as a pole like out of like the river. You could see him like charging up and trying to get out of the river.
Hmm.
And then I guess 2 camera guys went in after the orangutan was out, and he was watching them, and they couldn't even lift the fucking log.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and the orangutan had it with one arm, was just like playing.
It's
with it.
incredible, man. Like, absolutely incredible. So small with
Yeah.
all that power.
Yeah, chimps are. The scary thing about them is how violent and murderous they are. Orangutans are like just hippies. I mean,
Right.
not you want to fuck with one, but
No. But chimps are evil.
yeah,
Like,
they are. They are fucking evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch one of those specials, you'll at least see like 10 minutes of cannibalism.
And not
Oh,
only
yeah.
that, like
That
just
species, it's crazy.
wait till they'll unlock the cage to let them out,
Uh-huh.
the first thing they do is run around and like kick every possible. Like they kick everything and they scream.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's showing intimidation. They're trying to like scare everybody else around.
Well, I
them.
think they're trying to scare people because they can't get through the steel. Like if they
No, they're trying to scare other chimps. It's like it's like
yeah.
a placement thing. It's
Yeah.
like I'm the big dick on the yard. Look, I'm breaking shit. You know.
Alpha shit.
Yeah.
The thing is, they do it every day though. That's how you know they're fucking evil.
Yeah.
It's not just like, okay, I've established myself.
They're so damn cute.
When they're young, man, those older ones
Yeah.
look fucking scary.
Yeah.
Haggard.
Well, they
Haggard
look like
and,
they look like
yeah.
they've been in a fight every single day of their life because
They-
they have.
Yeah.
I like the
exactly.
ones that smoke cigarettes. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orangutans too, like they've, that show Orangutan Island
I
that
mean, it's kind of gross getting addicted.
Hey, they can quit whenever
it
they
shows
want.
they show that some of the females are prostitutes
Yeah.
in the society
For fruit.
Oh,
for
yeah.
fruit. Yeah,
fruit.
yeah. Like
Oh.
males will bring them bananas and fruit and
You know
whatnot,
what my
and
favorite-
they will seriously lay down and they'll have sex with the male, and the male will leave the fruit and they'll go off and eat it.
You know what my
That's
favorite,
That's prostitution,
my
is it not?
favorite move of all orangutans? What they do is they have like a grapefruit. They'll bite the fucking grapefruit in half, put the other half on their head like a fucking hat, and walk around with it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite orangutan move.
I like the knuckle spin where they put the one knuckle down, they
And
start
they-
spinning themselves in circles on it.
Yeah, that's
That's a
awesome
good
too.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's switch gears here a little bit.
You want to talk about?
China
Uh-oh.
has come out and introduced a new type of maglev system. Maglev being using magnets to levitate a train, and also using the magnets to propel it and stop
Right,
it.
right, the bullet train.
The bullet train. So China is come out and said that they have a new maglev train that can go 1,800 miles an hour.
No thanks. I don't need
That's
that.
really fast.
Really, really.
Yeah.
That is super crazy fast.
Could that'd be cool if they could just like shoot that thing over the water, like clear a lake, not even have to build a track. Just like
The problem with
Picks
going
up on the other
1,800
side.
miles an hour though is like that's fast enough to separate your blood from the.
Not in a pressurized cabin.
with that, yeah.
Huh?
Not in a pressurized cabin.
I don't know that the pressure would. I mean, I honestly think it would just like separate your blood from the plasma. right?
No.
The platelets.
No.
Like how many?
Yeah.
Like would that affect you like a jet? Like
Like-
would you have to do conditioning for that
like-
amount of G-force? Like kind of going that.
There's
fast?
no way that we can. There's no way that we can travel at 1,800 miles an hour.
But
on
even
Earth.
even in a pressurized cabin,
No, like remember those rocket fucking drag racers out in the desert?
yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
They're
not
only
in
going like 300 or 400 miles an hour.
right. But they're not in a pressurized
But I
cylinder.
don't think that the pressure is going to make that big of a difference.
I think it does because it on the inside you're pressurized to a certain degree, and on the outside elements are working in on the tube. But if you're
But that's-
inside this tube, it's making its own natural environment.
But there's no pressure on the outside. There's the regular atmosphere.
The pressure comes from the speed.
Yeah, but
That creates the
that's
pressure.
But that's one in one direction.
We need like a live feed with like Bill Nye or some shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
See how
Neil
this would
deGrasse.
First of all,
Dude, if we could get a live feed with Neil deGrasse Tyson, it would just be a one-person show, me and Neil, the
Yeah.
whole time,
And he'd
and
be
I
like-
would just be pulling on my nips the whole time, like, oh god, this
That'd
dude
be
is the
awesome.
smartest man alive. He's not, but he's
Yeah,
he's a really.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why he couldn't run for president. God, that would be so awesome.
yeah.
Oh,
You
so
wouldn't
rad.
Want, you wouldn't want it to happen.
Yes, I would.
Somebody just assassinate him, man.
No.
Wait, why?
Because he's too
He's too
He's
perfect.
too perfect. He's
Yeah.
too smart. He's
Here's
too,
the thing.
He's too down to earth.
Here's the
like,
thing.
Like, anybody in the corrupt corporate environment end of it, they just off him.
It wouldn't work anyways because he's an atheist, and if
Yeah.
he yeah, it's a Christian nation, and he wouldn't put his hand on the Bible to swear himself in.
Well, you know what? Though supposedly they say that Barack Obama is an atheist too, but he's politically religious.
He has to be.
That's what I mean.
I mean,
Like,
I've
think
never,
that-
I've never heard any inclination that he was atheist. He's always been
Yeah, he's
affiliated with a church.
But he's been in politics ever since he graduated from college. So I
Mhm.
mean, here's the thing though, is that he's been the friendliest president to, let's say, the secular community,
Mhm.
the non-believers, and I think there's pretty widespread speculation that he's actually an atheist.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
In this day and age, I don't want to get on this because this can take an ugly turn really fast.
But the religion
But-
sucks fucking hard.
No, I just find the correlation between extremely educated individuals and them being atheists says a lot about religion in itself,
Yeah.
and religion wanting to control people and dumb them down and not allow people to ask questions for a specific reason, and that is education is power. And once you educate yourself on the way things work, not like the juggalos where everything's a miracle and magic, you fucking retards, then you start asking questions. And in religious based or faith based religions, asking questions is the number one rule that'll send you to hell.
Mhm.
No,
I don't-
pulling on your dick is number one, I think.
No, no.
God watches.
Listen, you can
No, you
ask
pull
for
on your dick.
forgiveness for every single sin except for one, and that is to doubt God's existence.
No,
ever.
that's not true. Theologically, that's not true. Suicide is I'm pretty sure.
What do they call it? Unfathomable sin,
No, because you
and
can
that's
even,
to doubt His
I should
existence.
know that.
No, no, no,
I was
no,
Catholic
because
school
this is-
forever.
Yeah,
I don't know it.
unfathomable.
because
didn't
the
learn shit.
story of the prodigal son is, I think that included in that is the disbelief in God. And there's actually a theory out there, and I can't remember whose theory, that Jesus was actually, in order for the transaction to take place, that he had, like that transaction on the cross for him to die.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
He had to actually be an atheist at the time in order for that. I mean, I gotta go back. and
Oh, the whole
look at it.
Father, why be forsaken
Right,
thing.
this whole thing, like he had to separate from his celestial, whatever.
His godliness.
Yeah, his godliness. I think it's not Heidegger. Somebody. Lacan maybe. I don't know.
No
I
idea.
haven't read it in a
Lacan.
long time.
But,
The
but I,
Quran, the
I
Quran.
totally,
Like Shaka Khan,
Yeah,
right?
Shaka Khan, yeah.
I totally
Lacan.
agree with you with
Like
almost like a intelligence level. Like if you can just blindly believe in something and not
Yeah,
question it,
absolutely.
that's definitely.
Mother Teresa was an atheist. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah.
She was a very nice lady from what I heard.
But very dumb.
You know, there's a saying that I really truly keep close to my heart, and that's believe in good, not God.
Mhm.
And you know, if you let a child or try to teach a child about the Bible is one of the most fucked up written pieces of fucking fiction ever.
Well-
It's just a comprised thing of stories that are supposed to have like these moral backgrounds.
Right.
But there's fucking incest, like parents murdering their children. There's all sorts of fucked up, crazy shit
Yeah,
in there
yeah.
that you shouldn't be teaching little kids
No.
at
Not at
all.
Well,
Not at all,
First
yeah.
of all, the Bible's not. I mean, it's a compilation of these old scrolls that they found in a cave, and most of which aren't even included in the Bible because they're
No.
so ridiculous that they could not even be included.
Yeah, they pick and choose a lot.
There's I have a theologist friend who actually reads like Greek and Aramaic, and he was telling me that, and I'm sure this is everybody knows this, but in one of the books, so-called chapters, verses. No, I'm having a hard time remembering how these go. But Jesus actually juggles people at the same temple that he went apeshit at. Like he's juggling them in the air, and they didn't talk about that. And, like, wonder why that didn't make
Yeah.
it into the book.
Well, it's funny too because a lot of the stories that are big time stories, like the Ark, David versus Goliath.
Oh no, that's true, bro. That's true.
No, what I'm saying though is all of these stories that are in the Bible, they're like the big ones.
Mhm.
A lot of them have roots from pagan stories
Right.
and stories that even predate those stories. And what they do is they just take these stories and they change a little part here, change a little part there, package it differently, and then they make it their own. And then what they also do, like in the pagan religion, the snake is Mother Earth. So what you do is you attach symbols from the previous religion and you turn them into evil. You turn them into evil symbols. That way, it's easier for people to switch over because Mother Earth is no longer a snake. Now it's represented as
It's
the devil.
Well, here's
I like how
the term
the
for this
birth
is
of-
called random continuance, and we see this in
Random.
everything. everything is kind of passed along from generation to generation, and it's when things are told orally, they're obviously going to be told differently every time they're told. And it's actually biblical stories are actually multicultural. I mean, because people just move from food source to food source, and they run into people of other religions, and then those religions gets mixed, and then there was this guy from this other town who like that he could do magical powers, so he's kind of added to the Jesus story. And
Right.
So, I mean, religion. It's not intentional. It's not a conspiracy. It's just life happening.
Yeah,
So
it's just like the birth
Right.
of consciousness
Right.
caused us to want to find an origin for our beginning.
Right.
And
I don't.
before we had the
I don't-
knowledge and
I don't care
science
about
and
the
math and
beginning
everything,
or the
there's no way for us to deal with it.
Mark Twain said it best. He's like, I've been dead. I was dead 4 billion years before I was ever born, and it didn't hurt me a bit.
Right.
So being dead for however long I'm going to be dead, not going to hurt me either.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I don't know how you could possibly know that, other than he doesn't have memory of it. But I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just with the whole stepping
By
back
the
and
way,
watching.
everyone who's listening to this, I'm sorry we rehashed every religion podcast. Like, we literally just, like, this is our atheist, like, you know how you guys are stupid and we're not? Like, we've done, like,
No,
every
no, I know.
podcast in the world who's ever
I
talked
know.
about religion
Yeah.
has done this.
I know, I'm not-
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to make the point of like people who are atheists are better than people who are religious. I'm
Well,
not,
Yeah.
because I definitely I definitely think. Sorry, hang on.
Oh, please tell me that's by your parents.
I don't know who it is. I'm not gonna answer it though.
Oh.
If I don't recognize the number, I
Yeah.
don't answer it. I
Yeah.
just don't. I don't have time for
I
that
have,
shit.
like,
It's a solicitor.
5 people's phone numbers in my phone, and that's it.
Okay, so I'm not saying that people who are atheists are better than people who are religious based, because I do feel that religion is good for certain types of people who need that sort of support in their life. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Go for
Good
it.
for them.
Doesn't work for me, but that's me as a separate person.
Yep.
What was trying to point out is looking back at the history, stepping back and watching how, like you said, groups of people meeting up with other groups of people, their stories melding together to become a different story, is just proof that none of the stories that you hear today mean anything,
Right.
because they're just fairy tales
Yeah.
that have been pushed together, mixed in with some actual factual history that we can go back and we can find record of.
Yeah.
Except for the Jews were never slaves in Egypt. They've
Right.
not found a single
Right.
piece of factual evidence for that.
Yeah.
And this is not just coming from a guy who's like I'm not a Holocaust denier or anything, because it sounds like one of those Holocaust denier
Right,
type
right.
of things. This is actually coming from like archaeologists from Israel who really want to find evidence in Egypt of Jews being slaves,
But
and
they
have
can't.
not found a fucking.
They found all of those. I think we talked about it. So-called the pyramids were built by slaves. They weren't. They found now that through archaeological digs that these towns that were around the pyramids at the times that were responsible for the builders, they were just functioning towns. Slaves would not have had bakeries. They wouldn't have had
No.
they wouldn't have had these things, and their sleeping quarters were indoors. They wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have spent the time to do that. So that theory's been kind of like thrown out.
Well, they have a new theory as to how the pyramids got built.
Yeah.
They're just like wet sand.
Oh yeah, as
Yeah.
far as moving stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Which, like,
reducing the friction.
Right.
Yeah.
Which to me like makes perfect sense, and I don't know why it took so long for them to kind of figure that out. It's way better. It's a way better explanation than aliens.
Well, it's people stepping on each other's dicks.
You
As
know,
far as like that
here's
whole
the
people
deal.
not wanting to teach new history.
Yeah.
I'm not
when
saying-
you find a new fact, like, and it replaces an old
Especially if
fact.
your
that
dissertation,
no one wants
your
to move
doctoral
on.
dissertation is about the thing that it just got disproven.
Here's how I feel about that whole thing. Human beings definitely built the pyramids, but were they influenced by an outside source, possibly like an alien influence? You're already smiling at me, but let me explain.
No. I'm gonna let you.
Okay.
Explain.
Because at the same time that the Egyptians started building pyramids, there were other groups of people on the planet that also started building pyramids. And they started building pyramids at the exact same time, and this was during an era in human life where you could not travel as a species to their other side of the planet. So there would be no working knowledge of these pyramids in their area. As far as they were concerned, they were alone. And all of these people started building pyramids at the same time. Why is that? And why is the math so precise on where these pyramids are laid out geometry-wise?
Well, here's
Like that wasn't even geometry wasn't even a thing then.
right. Well, here's unfortunately here's what's been proven, and there's just a book about this, and it's a breakthrough in history. Is we actually think that knowledge is like it's much older. Like that technology is way older than it actually is. There were pyramids way before that, and they've actually started uncovering these because they're obviously buried. There's one, I think it's in Mexico or somewhere in South America, and they actually just thought it was a mountain, but they've been like uncovering, and it's actually a pyramid, and it predates any Egyptian pyramid, any like
Yeah, they found pyramids in China that predate the Egyptian
So
pyramids.
these like I think
That's
that
cool.
it's the thing with archaeology is it's just about discovery and the things that we know. You just like this is a placeholder until we.
Now, do you
find out
think that
more.
whole like there's talk that human beings on a subconscious level have ability to pass along information without saying it
Oh, you're
or
talking about
relaying it?
you're talking about epigenetics.
Yeah,
Like cellular
where
memory.
Where you're. They did this experiment in rats, right? Where like
Yeah,
they
where-
electrocuted a rat's feet,
their
and
feet,
then
yeah.
they did something to.
With they used a bell and the electricity in the floor, and then when the rats had kids,
They just rang the bell.
They just rang the bell, and the rats like freaked out, like they
Yeah.
were gonna get electrocuted.
Yeah.
Like so, it's what do they call it, cellular memory or something like that. Like
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
That's
not-
epigenetics.
that's
is
that's
the-
not what I was
yeah.
that's not what I was touching
You're talking
on.
about the
No?
collective unconscious.
Yeah, the
like,
collective
you mean
unconscious.
like when girls hang out all the time and they get on the same
No.
menstrual cycle?
Very funny, but no.
No.
There's
Except
nothing-
like mentally, like. in people,
Well,
Well, they
do you know
passed-
why? Do you know?
as far as
Yeah,
evolution
yeah.
goes?
generational like memory.
There's a reason why.
No, God, let's not. We're not taking it there. We're not.
I know what that is, though.
Hold
I
on.
actually do know.
Oh,
But
God.
anyways, the subconscious sharing of information or whatever. Do you think that may have like, and it's not, and it like the way it equates nowadays is like we'll have a medical breakthrough in like Japan, and then at the same time that same type of medical breakthrough is happening in like Germany and also here in the United States,
Mhm.
and these scientists aren't working together. It's just that it's happening at the same time. And is it subconscious sharing of information that we're not aware of?
No, I
That's-
think
and
we're
then-
just naturally uncovering the things that we can uncover as we are, like at the point where we reach in
So
civilization.
is that explaining the pyramid thing then, all around the world at the same time or
It's just-
similar times?
Well, think about all like we look at all the way around the world, but this is what 3 or 4 cultures in a million cultures. So it's just so happens that these cultures who are kind of at the same.
I mean, we're talking about
Time
Egypt.
in their-
We're talking about Central America. We're talking about China.
Yeah, but the whole Earth has been occupied since forever.
No, I understand. Well, not
Right.
since forever,
But,
but in
like,
our
Right. There's always this
cycle of owning the planet.
There's
Yeah.
pockets of people everywhere, but only like in every one of these cultures, they were in the same, I don't know, phase of their development in which they had the engineering. So it just so happens that they were all building pyramids at the same time. You know
So
what I
they're
mean?
all mentally evolving at
But-
the same
Right. Like you're naturally gonna come to this because.
But why
happens in
that
every-
shape? Like that's the question. Like why not build like cylinder type fucking structures
Because
or
they
like
didn't.
long flat structures or like
They kinda
like
look
why
like-
do they all
because
do
they-
this?
They didn't
kinda
have the
look like-
technology.
They kind of look like boobs, man.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
Earth
like,
boobs.
we didn't. The reason that we have the breakthroughs that we have is because of printing. Like, when the printing press was invented, that is the single piece of technology that let everything else in the world happen. Because think about, like, who had access to the information. It was the autocrat at the top. He had his. So very, very few people had technology. The printing press allowed everyone to have technology.
Yeah.
So therefore, more people are working on the same problem, and
Right.
you know what I mean?
It's
That's
pretty
why.
good explanation.
Okay.
I like that.
We'll take a break here, and then
How long are we in?
We got, like,
all right, we just do one more topic, then we'll cut it for the
Yeah.
show.
That's cool.
All right.
You wanna talk
So, Dr. Dre,
about Dr. Dre. Hell yeah, I'm making money.
he took the Beats,
Dude,
the headphones, sold it to Apple,
that is badass.
$3.2 billion.
Fuck.
The first rapper in the game
Yes.
to become a billionaire,
Yeah.
and he became a
Good.
multi-billionaire.
Good
Yeah.
for him.
That's what I say. But you know
Good
what though?
for
Like,
him.
where's all this money coming from? It seems like there are more billionaires now than there ever have been, in an economy that seems to be like going like. I don't know.
No. There's an explanation for that. It's not economical. It's a shift in the distribution of wealth.
Right. Well,
That's
that
the
would
shift.
make it economical.
Well,
Right.
okay, but the reason that you're having more billionaires is because it's a smaller and smaller club, so you have less people acquire the money.
Yeah.
So all of that money gets squeezed into fewer people. They become billionaires.
Right. There's fewer people who have more money.
Right.
Therefore,
That money is adding up to higher numbers.
for fewer people. Yeah.
Right.
I just want to know what the hell Apple's going to do with it. Like, are they just going to
It's gonna-
incorporate like Beats tech into all laptops and
Yeah.
computers?
I mean,
and,
like the headphones instead of the
Uh-huh.
Beat logo, it's
so
going to be an Apple.
You're not going to get the shitty, crappy iPod headphones
You're
anymore.
gonna get
To me,
Beats.
like
Hey, that's cool.
when they crunch the numbers, they're like, we're going to be. This will turn a profit and win. Like how many years do you think it has?
Oh,
But this is the thing: when you have the money, when you have liquid money like
Yeah.
that, like $3.2
Yeah.
billion that you can just throw at a project,
Mhm.
the return is instant because that money wasn't. You're not rolling the dice on that money. It's not like you're.
But they are though. They don't know how this is going to turn out.
Oh, it'll be
No, it's
fine.
already proven. It's the number one. It's an already proven.
Hey, you gotta,
It's a product that's already proven in the market. It's the
Right.
number one headphone in the world.
yeah, people buy them to not even listen to them. They
They
buy
just
them,
buy
it's-
them
it's
as a symbol
It's
status.
a status. Exactly.
But
It's a status. You wear them
for-
around your neck. You don't even fucking. Use
But for
them.
how long though? We don't like.
For now, it's a
But
trend.
that's what I mean. Like, how long does it take to make back the 2.2 billion?
It doesn't matter. Apple's so loaded.
Yeah,
And
that's-
then at this
no,
point,
no,
like,
it does
what-
matter because I don't see. I think that we think because that's such a big sum of money to them. I guarantee you they know where every fucking penny is, and they have.
No, I'm
have
sure
a
they
timeline.
do, but what I'm saying is that they're not. It's not a gamble
Right.
that it's going to be a successful product because it's already the number one product on
'Cause
the
if
field.
you
Well, I
can-
know that
and
they,
the thing
they
is
took
that
the
the-
risk.
There,
so they
it's
must,
not even that great of a product.
Well, it's,
no
it's
offense,
just
you
a,
have
no,
them.
no. It's just a solid name in
Yeah.
audio. Like
Yeah.
it's when you
Yeah.
say like, hey, this laptop has Beats technology as far as
Right.
sound. People recognize that
Right.
name, and
Right.
they're gonna immediately be like, oh yeah,
Product
oh,
recognition
Dr.
is
Dre,
the
yeah,
number one thing,
exactly.
bro.
That's all that matters for it. Like
Mhm.
those Android phones get sold on having Beats technology in them just on that
Right.
alone. You know, it doesn't even matter how the quality of the phone.
And
it's
that's
just
that's
how
kind
much
of that
you can
upset
piss off the
that
person
upsets
next to
me
you.
as a music fan and someone that's like kind of interested in audio engineering
Mhm.
is the fact that people are interested in that product just because it's the Beats
Yeah.
by Dr. Dre, when in reality they're not that great of a headphone. I know you like the product. I personally don't.
I got them for free, so it didn't matter.
I personally don't think they sound good.
They're
There
cool
are
for what
so
they
many
are.
there's so many amazing companies out there that
Yeah.
create the Bose company,
Oh, Bose is incredible. They've been doing sound
bro. They've got it on point.
forever.
I don't understand why Apple didn't buy them. And I think it's because people don't associate. Bose did themselves a disjustice by pricing themselves out of the normal consumer market.
Mhm.
It's a very expensive product to buy, but it's
another-
one of the best products
It's
out
another
there.
status symbol.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
If you go into somebody's house, they got all Bose surround. Like,
That's badass.
Yeah.
You're in for a treat. But you know what? Some people don't even give a shit about things like that. A lot of people don't.
I don't
actually.
care.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot give a
Yeah.
fuck less.
Have you guys seen the Bose portable
little
speaker?
Soundwave ones,
The Soundwave. It's like this
Yeah.
big. Have you seen it? It's smaller than like a red brick. Okay. And it connects through Wi-Fi or anything else.
Two tiny drivers in it.
And then you can put it wherever you want. And
Wait,
dude, it
Where do
creates.
they take it?
What's up?
Where does it go?
It's just like a
No,
little.
he's
It's a
fucking
little.
with you.
Like,
No.
where do
Two
they-
little tiny drivers,
Yeah.
like drivers.
Man, I went way over my
You
head.
bit it, dude.
I
You bit it
did.
so
Like
hard.
Well,
Well-
see how the technology works is this. And I'm like,
God, you're a dick.
yeah. I think honestly, I don't think we can talk about it anymore.
Oh.
I think I just brought your explanation to a fucking dead halt.
All I'm saying
yeah.
is like this
Mhm.
one product alone is leaps and
Exactly.
bounds more impressive than anything
Yeah.
in the Beats collection
It's a horsepower thing.
because
in my
It is.
opinion.
this one little box, this Bose sound
Mhm.
system, if you haven't checked it out, you would. If you saw it in person, I guarantee you would be impressed
Yeah.
because it creates a sound that could fill this room easily, and it sounds like you're listening to surround sound, and it's coming from one source.
And
the
it's
Dre
really-
Beats version is rolling on 13s, and they only have one driver, but he doesn't have a driver's license.
I
You,
think
sir,
the
are a
science,
dickhead.
Yeah,
the
I know,
science
right?
of the acoustics in that is awesome
Yeah.
because it's just how you bend the air through
Yeah.
a little tiny speaker box. It's really cool.
We call that AC.
Yeah.
Audio.
You see,
Yeah, for the drivers. It's
Mhm.
a long trip.
keep them
Well,
cool.
it's hot in December.
It is.
Let me ask you. So
Yes.
today's date is the 10th,
It is.
Yes, it is.
and we're gonna go see some fights tonight.
Yes, we are.
And would you like to tell the people at home who you think is gonna win tonight?
I
Who's on the card?
so here's the thing.
Brown silver.
Back when I actually used to do like
Brown silver. I mean, I got it up on that.
yeah. I think Matt Brown is going to knock out Rick Silva. I think Krushenk is going to knock out Cook. I can't remember who else.
You do realize that every one of your predictions so far, very little of them have happened the way you thought they were gonna happen.
Well, actually, I used to. Now the promoter of this of the fight, he's passed away, but I used to do his all the pre-fight write-ups and all that. And I'm at like 50%,
Yeah.
which is pretty much everyone in the industry. Like any writer, they're 50% right, 50% wrong.
Right on.
That's-
Consistently across the board.
I was gonna say that seems kind of like
But
a
that's-
general number because it is one-on-one. and
I was about to say,
one
yeah,
person.
yeah. It's a
50-50
yeah.
No
shot.
one, but the thing is that there's no one really who goes above 50-50.
Not really.
Like everybody gets half of them right. Then that speaks to the sport. Like you just can't. There's
Well, it's
just
because
no
they're
telling.
yeah, because they put people up against the type proper skill set.
Right.
Same
It's-
weight
it's so
class, same
competitive.
height, yeah.
You just don't know who's going to show up that day.
It's just a
Exactly.
psychological thing, man. I think a lot of it has to do with which
Of
fighter
course.
gets in the ring thinking they're gonna win that day.
Or it's to me, it's like we remember we watched last week. It was
2 weeks.
Phil Davis. Yeah, was it?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We didn't go see a fight last week. No, you guys went out to dinner.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Phil Davis versus Anthony Johnson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those guys could not be like if you stood them next to each other, same reach, same height, really the same skill set, but Phil Davis mentally broke in that first round. That first time he couldn't take Anthony Johnson down,
Mm-hmm.
you could just see, man, he was like, "Fuck, I just
Yeah.
lost this fight."
Yeah,
Lost
I
his
was
confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
I was watching some commentary about the fight, the Bones Jones fight.
Mhm.
They were saying if that fight had to go one more round, that Bones Jones would have lost.
Well, he's the thing is like historically, he diminishes quite a bit each round cardio wise,
Right,
but intellectually, like he gets smarter every round.
right.
He gets more creative every round, and he figures you out more every round. So usually, like, well,
But in that fight, he didn't seem to do that.
what? Oh no, he had Glover beat. Like the
But he was staying away from him at the end of the fight. Like you
Yeah.
could see, he was physically running away.
right, yeah, absolutely.
As
Because
yeah.
he knew he had
he
the
won,
fight
yeah.
won.
That's
He had
present.
and he had his hand on the dude's forehead. The
Yeah.
whole fucking
Yeah.
fight.
Tore his shoulder too.
Yeah.
Bad, yeah.
Hmm.
So I guess on that note,
I want some food,
I'm fucking hungry, sir.
right?
Yeah, I haven't had any. Well, I had some chicken, but that's it. I'm fucking starving.
I ate a whole chicken on the way over here. The
I'm
fucking
gonna
thing.
eat- I'm gonna eat
I bit its fucking head
Dude, I want some
off.
fried pickles.
I had
dude.
sex with
chicken
its
after
fucking
this.
gaping neck wound.
Ugh.
Dude, that's the best. That's the best part.
Having sex with a gaping neck wound.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Dude, fresh cut chicken, just hack. Fucking start.
And you're looking good.
Oh man.
11
That's
herbs and
great.
spices. All right, well, live here from Orlando, Florida, in Gamer Cave Studio. This has been episode 47 of the Degenerate School of Wizardry. Probably not the funniest podcast we've ever done, but
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. I had a good
We
time.
did shit on some juggalos. So
And yeah, that's
Yeah.
always good.
Yeah.
So, on behalf of Seth Sacco,
yes, good night, everybody.
I'm Matt Igizio.
Good evening.
I am Corey Shuba, and thanks for listening.